Get ready for all-out dice pandemonium. This is our review of Panda Royale.
Panda Royale is a dice rolling game filled with different colored dice, and I thought it was a quick and easy game to learn and play.
It's a pure dice rolling game and purely luck driven. We'll tell you all about it after this quick how to play. Panda Royale takes place over 10 rounds with each player gaining a new die each round.
Players start out with one yellow die and roll it for points.
Players will then draft a new die to be used in the next round.
Each color die has a different way of scoring and can be more valuable to different players depending on their color strategy.
In the 10th and final round, players will be rolling 10 dice for points.
Players add up their scores from each round, and the player with the highest points wins.
We were sent a copy of Panda Royale from last night's game so that we could do this review video.
If you'd like to find out more information or to buy a copy of the game, check out the links in the description below.
When I saw the box cover for this game, I was like, ooh, pandas, I love panda games. Panda Royale, let's see what it's about. It's strictly a dice game. And if you know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of dice games. However, when you're playing this game, it's like Yahtzee. It really reminded me a lot of Yahtzee, where you're strictly rolling dice, adding up the points, and then trying to get the highest amount of points. If you go into it knowing that it's gonna be purely luck and you're just rolling the dice, and there's really nothing you can do for strategy. I know some people will be like, oh yeah, I have the best dice rolling strategy. I can always win dice. Good for them. I don't have that. So if you go in knowing it's just gonna be purely luck, and you're gonna try to draft the best dice to try to get the most points, at the end of the game, you see who wins. If you go into it knowing it could be fun and quick, it's a fun game.
I'm not a huge fan of dice either. I mean, what you see is what you get, just a bunch of dice and then you're just rolling. Some of them have certain rules on how they score, but overall it's just go. But I do like all the colors and some of them are sparkly. So, I mean, it's visually appealing. It just, plays really quick, and so that's all it is.
I remember when we were doing the unboxing, you were like, it seems like they just went to a convention and just grabbed all the dice from the shop. Oh, I'll take those, I'll take those, I'll take those. It really is. There's all the different colored dice. So you have blue dice, you have yellow dice, you have purple dice, you have clear dice, you have red dice. All of these do different things. And I like that each dice is different. So unlike Yahtzee, where you just roll and you're trying to get poker hands, basically, with this one, each color is going to give you a different type of scoring strategy. If you have the purple dice, you're going to multiply the total by 2. If you have red, you're going to subtract the black numbers from the white numbers, and then you're going to multiply that by how many red dice you have. The green ones, you only score the face value, but they're the largest scoring. They go up to 20 on them. And each player is going to draft one die, they're going to add it to their hand, and depending on where you're going in order, which is determined by the value of the yellow die, you're going to be able to choose colors that work best for your strategy. Or if there's nothing that works for your strategy, you can choose a die that will hinder somebody else. They go, oh, Lee's going for those red. I'm going to get the red one this time so he can't get it, and I'm going to make sure we can do that. But there is a fail-safe in the game with the clear dice, because if you get one of these, then on your next turn you could trade that and take someone else's dice. But really it all comes down to that roll of the die. So even though you're trying to do all these things before the rolling happens, when you get to the rolling, even if you have the best hand of dice, you could still roll all ones and, oh, I got 5 this time. Or even if I have 10 dice, oh, I got 10 this time. Or maybe if I double, oh, I got 20. Meanwhile, someone else is rolling the red dice, and oh, I got 200 this round. So it all will come down to the luck of the roll of the dice.
I will say I was a little disappointed just because Panda Royale, I was expecting pandas, but it's just dice. I mean, this is the only panda in there, and then obviously the bags say Panda Royale on them too, but other than that, no pandas. Like, nothing, no theming. I was like, okay.
Yeah, there's a panda war backstory when you're reading about it. Oh, okay, but then it's just dice. The dice don't even have panda heads on it. Like, you don't even have one dice that has like a panda head instead of a 0 or something like they do in some dice. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in the lack of the theming or the application of the theme to the dice. It really is just, oh, we have this dice game. Let's put some pandas on it because pandas are cute.
I'd probably say just all the different colored dice. I don't really see them too often. So, I mean, just kind of playing with them and rolling all the different ones. Pretty much that.
The thing I like most about this game actually is the nostalgia, and kind of for a weird reason. Because when I was growing up, I played Yahtzee a lot, but playing with all these dice, strictly rolling, writing down your numbers, trying to get the highest score, trying to be the highest score, the winner kind of thing. So it does remind me of all those games of growing up, like Parker Brothers, Milton Bradley, those types of games when dice heavy, luck heavy, that kind of thing. So I do appreciate that. What did you not like about the game?
Just overall the lack of theming. I mean, this really could have been anything, right? Could have been ducks, could have been ninjas. But yeah, you're just rolling dice.
So I could take the easy way out and just say, oh, I didn't like it because it's dice, because obviously it's a dice game, but we kind of went over all of that. So I'll get a little bit more descriptive of why I didn't like some of the mechanics in this game. I feel some of the colors are more heavily weighted. And yes, there is a drafting mechanic, so you do have to try to be the one that can get those certain colors. Like the red ones, I feel can be very dominant if you're able to get that, or if you're playing with people for the first time and they don't really understand the scoring concept yet. At some point, it'll click in their heads going, I gotta stop letting them get the red ones. And we had some games that were close, and then we had some that were just pure blowouts, like 500 to 200 points. It got ridiculous at some times. So I do think that it's a little uneven with how the dice score.
Overall, like I said before, what you see is what you get. A bunch of dice, you just roll it, that's the game. And then you do some math here and there and, you know, figure out who the winner is. I don't think I'll play it too often. I'll probably just give it like a 4.
Overall, I know that dice games are big in some groups, and I think that if you do appreciate dice games and you want some fun mechanics with the colors and going after the different strategies of how you're going to score the most points, this is a fun one. However, I do think that if you're looking at mechanics in dice games, it's a little uneven depending on the luck of the draw and who gets which colors and who can go after which strategy will score the higher points. Me, overall, I'm also going to give it a 4, but I could see how some people would appreciate this, and I might be biased just because of the dice, so 4. That was our review of Panda Royale.
What'd you think? Are you going to roll the dice with this game? Let us know in the comments below.
Once again, we'd like to thank Last Night Games for sending us a copy so that we could do this review video. If you'd like to find out more information or buy a copy, check out the links in our description below. And as always, if you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny, and go party like a board gamer.